What's going on, guys? We're back in the kitchen and I'm gonna cook you guys something that got me through when I was really sick of chicken. Chicken can be like, I feel like it's the easiest staple to put in your diet. Chicken, beef, they're always there. But after a little while, eating chicken breast over and over and over again can get a little bit monotonous. So one of the things we do is, in our previous videos, we added chicken thighs and some dark meat chicken, stuff like that, that can help. But if you don't like dark meat chicken, you just stick in the chicken breast all the time, I got a little something that's gonna help you get through. It's something probably you guys have all had before, or a lot of you have had before, but we're gonna put my little spin on it, okay? So we're gonna do chicken breast with some shake and bake, and we're gonna do fries in here, and the fries are what makes it taste the best. So real simple. And a lot of you guys are like, well, but shake and bake has too many calories. Why would you do shake and bake? Now, this is off season. We're not doing this while we're getting ready for a contest or anything like that. And the shake and bake, the numbers, I looked them up. And if you do a package of shake and bake with, 5 or 6 chicken breasts, you're only getting about 50 extra calories, okay? So 50 extra calories in a meal, you're talking about 300 calories for the day, but that's only if you eat all chicken every meal of the day. You're probably gonna do 2 chicken meals a day, maybe 1, some of you maybe 3. So you're looking at anywhere from 50 to 150 calories of extra, extra calories that you didn't account for. But if we're in the off season, it doesn't matter. We're gonna work it off, number 1. Number 2, we don't mind a little bit of fluff. And honestly, the sodium from the packages, from the shake and bake is probably gonna help us a little bit. We're gonna retain a little bit of water from the sodium. It's gonna help us with muscle contraction. And I personally don't mind a little bit of sodium in the off season when I'm getting ready. So shake and bake's pretty awesome. The guys, if you guys don't use it or haven't used it, they got a bunch of different flavors. This is like the herb and garlic. It's one of my favorites. And honestly, when I'm sick of eating chicken, it's the thing that makes me, kind of keeps me wanting to come back and get more, because it just gives it a different flavor, different texture. Honestly, it seals a lot of the juices in when you're cooking it in the oven. So overall, it's just tastes better. And all you're gonna do is put some in a bowl, or you put some in a Ziploc bag, that works too. And then just coat it. Just throw the chicken breast in there and back and forth. Drop it on a cookie sheet. And I shouldn't be doing this with a knife, actually. Probably doing it with a fork or something. Pair of tongs. Use tongs will be a little easier. We're just gonna drop it in. Now these chicken breasts are butterflied already, so you can see they're a little thinner. You can do it with a regular chicken breast, or you can do it with a butterflied chicken breast, but I like the butterflied chicken breast a little thinner. It coats it nicely, and it's just a lot easier to eat. And I know you guys are thinking, oh, it's such a, it's a stupid thing. We've all had shake and bake before. Yeah, you have, but not a lot of bodybuilders will use it in an off-season meal because they think they're doing something horribly wrong. But it's just like when you put a whole bunch of barbecue sauce on a chicken breast, you're adding 30 to 50 calories. So it's not really any different. It's like, instead of barbecue sauce, instead of adding, 30 calories of barbecue sauce, I'm adding 50 calories of a little bit of salt, there's a little bit of sugar in here, and some spices. So it's really not as bad as you think it is, but it just makes eating so much easier. And that's all we're looking for, because listen, guys, the biggest thing you're looking for is this. Who's gonna have the least amount of bad days? Okay, that's what makes a champion, all right? So it's not, everything's gonna play a part, okay? Everything, it's like a puzzle. Your genetics are gonna matter. Your supplements are gonna matter. How much gear you use is gonna matter. The way you train is gonna matter. How much sleep you get is gonna matter. The support system you have, your family, your friends, all these things are gonna matter, okay? They're all part of the equation. And I think, personally, the guys who make it to the very top are the guys who have, everybody's got bad days, right? Everybody's got a day where they miss a meal, they miss a training session, they miss something, they're not on their diet as well. But the guys who are at the very top are the guys with the least amount of those days. So they're the guys who are able to string the most consistency throughout the year. They're consistent day in, day out, all the time, getting their meals in. And they missed a meal, they missed a training session, something like that, once a month, twice a month, maybe not at all that month. those guys are gonna excel a lot faster and a lot further than the guys who are having a lot of bad days. And when I say bad days, I mean days where you missed a meal, you missed a training session, you slept 3 hours, you didn't get proper sleep, you went out drinking, you decided to go bang your girlfriend instead of have your meal. Like, these things are all decisions we're making on a daily basis. And the guys who plan the best and the guys who do what they're supposed to do when they're supposed to do it are the guys who are gonna get to their goal faster and better and further than everybody else who decided to take the easy way out. So this is just another way to keep you guys on track, all right? So this is what it looks like, coated chicken breasts. And what we're gonna do, we're just gonna throw them in the oven. They're gonna take, these thinner butterfly chicken breasts are probably gonna take 25 to 30 minutes on about 405. Okay, while the chicken breast is cooking, we're gonna do French fries. Or you might call them home fries because of the shape. But first thing we're gonna do is wash the knife because we got chicken on it. This little thing is my air fryer. They come in like a whole bunch of different, there's a whole bunch of different brands, different shapes, different sizes. This one's Tefal, and it just closes like that and it cooks your, it'll make your French fries for you, okay? The reason I'm using that and I'm not using the oven is it just tastes better. It takes about a tablespoon of oil, so you're not using a ton of oil, and it takes about 20 minutes. So while my chicken's cooking, I can throw this in there and it will get done all at the same time. And it's just easy. I like the flavor, it tastes good. I don't have to worry about it getting effed up like in the oven. Like if I leave it in the oven for too long and they get too crispy, I'm not gonna wanna eat them. Or sometimes in the oven I find it takes too long. This is kind of perfect, okay? I can set it, I can walk away, it will just stop, the timer will just stop when it's supposed to, and I don't have to worry about anything. And like I said, it's just cooks them perfectly, it tastes really good. And we're gonna do, honestly, with eating them this way, I can eat like a pound of potatoes and it's no thing. Like it doesn't, if I tell you to eat a pound of potatoes right now, a lot of you are like, that's crazy. A pound of potatoes is too much. It's too much to eat. I can't eat it. Cook them in here, no problem. Like I got a pound of potatoes here, pretty much. And I could easily go through these like without any problem. But I'm gonna cook a little extra. I'm not gonna eat the whole pound. I'm gonna leave a little extra for my wife, because if you guys have wives or significant others that are like mine, they're probably gonna pick off your plate. So it looks like. Home fries, do them up, and then you can season them however you want. So I got a little bit of, this is a roasted garlic and sea salt. Just gonna sprinkle a little bit on. And then we're gonna put a little bit of olive oil. We're just gonna do a tablespoon or two. Just gonna drizzle it on like that. Maybe do a little bit more just because it's the off season and I like crispy potatoes. Okay, that's it. No mess, no fuss. Just put the shit in there. Drop it in. And then we're gonna probably throw it on for, depends how crispy you like your potatoes. I like mine pretty crispy, so we're gonna do like 23 minutes. And that's it. So now we're just gonna wait. We have about 20 minutes left. We have about 25 minutes left on the chicken. We have about 25 minutes to go on the home fries. And now we're just gonna grab a seat and watch the game or check on client emails, do whatever I gotta do, come back and my meal will be ready. Okay guys, it's been about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and our chicken and our potatoes are ready, so we're gonna pull them out of the oven. Look at that, fucking shake and bake, it's delicious. All right, and then we also got our potatoes done. Okay, so this is what we got. All right, and we got a full meal here. This is all we're looking for. Okay, so we got our scale set up. A lot of you guys ask me what food scale I use. It doesn't matter. Okay, it's just a like PC, President's Choice, which is a Canadian company, but It's just a regular digital scale, no big deal. Just gonna set it up, and we're just gonna do the same thing we always do. We're gonna eat our 6 ounces of chicken, and I weigh my stuff. People are asking me about how I weigh things, okay? My meats are always weighed cooked, okay? So I cook my chicken, then I weigh it. I cook my beef, then I weigh it. Same thing with my fish. My carbs, same thing with the pasta, the potatoes, the rice. My oatmeal and my cream of rice are the only things I weigh dry. But that's about it. And the reason is, I wanna know what I'm eating. There's a lot of water weight and fat and stuff. When you cook it, a lot of that water weight and fat and stuff is gonna disappear from the chicken breast. So this originally probably weighed, 4 ounces, now it probably weighs 3. So I want the true weight, and the true weight to me in your proteins or your meats is usually after it's cooked. So we're gonna do 6 ounces of chicken. This is 3 1/8. We're gonna do 2, that's 5. And we'll just take another ounce off of that. And we have about 6 ounces, okay? So we do 6 ounces there, and then we're gonna set this back to 0, and we're gonna do 300 grams of potato. And that one went to the floor. Okay, that's exactly 300 grams. So this meal's finished, all right? You got your chicken, got your potatoes, and then the only thing we're gonna do to finish it, I have some no sugar added ketchup. But that doesn't mean it's 0 sugar. It means there's no sugar added. So it's a little less sugar than eating regular ketchup. And it's the off season, so we're gonna do it up with the ketchup, okay? That's it, guys. This is an easy meal to eat. The shake and bake tastes great, makes the chicken taste great. The potatoes in the air fryer taste awesome. A little bit of ketchup on top. It honestly feels like a cheat meal, even though it's not really. I got some extra calories from the ketchup. What do I got here? 10 calories per tablespoon. There's probably 2 tablespoons. There's 20 calories extra. And then the shake and bake's another 50 calories probably. So I got 70 extra calories. Now, a lot of you, when you watch the channel, are asking me, why don't you make any clean meals? Why don't you make any diet meals? Because this is a diet meal pretty much. If you look at this meal, if I subtract the ketchup and I subtract the shake and bake, what do I have? I have chicken and potatoes. Okay, so that's a diet meal. Chicken, potato, there's nothing else there. So if you're on a diet and you're worried about, you want to keep it really clean, just make the same meal. Just don't add the shake and bake and don't add the ketchup. And if you want to reduce the carbs a bit, that's your choice. There's nothing really that different between my off-season meals and my diet meals. It's just little things like this. Adding a little bit of shake and bake for taste, so I don't go crazy in the off-season, start cheating and binging and all this shit. People say, well, why would you add the shake and bake? You're adding extra calories. This will keep me from eating a pizza. Okay, like when you add a little bit of flavor to your food, it makes you feel like you're having normal food. It makes you not want to run out and cheat and grab McDonald's and pizza and all these other things. I still have those things once or twice a week, but I don't need to have them every day because I make my food taste good. So it's a better option than having bland food and then going crazy every night because you're craving everything. This keeps my cravings at bay because I have the shake and bake tastes like I'm eating breaded chicken, and then the fries make me feel like I'm eating fries from a restaurant. It's a good way to keep yourself in check without going way off the deep end, okay? So just small changes, guys. Small changes will keep you interested, will keep you focused, and will keep you on track, and that's the most important thing. So until the next video, subscribe and share, and most importantly, stay on track. Keep your options open. Keep your mind open to different things like this. And remember, the least amount of bad days is what gets you to the top.